Hello everybody, good afternoon. Welcome back to Resurrection Cup 2023. We have got another matchup for our beautiful round of 32 weekend. And this is another pre-disparaging seed match, but there's always some chances to happen. There's always something that can happen. This is early bracket, some upsets could come through. And this matchup today, makipro against Glory Hammer. Seed number 5 against seed 28. I'm Sad Shiba, and joined with me today is the wonderful Fam Cheese, who is also streaming. Hello. Let's go. Yeah. So the first ban will be in favor of makipro. So makipro consists of a very, very strong all-rounded tournament roster. They've got Yunha, LOL234, also known as Karimi, Akarinya, LOL235, also known as David, Rundi, Wowie, Crystal, and Sheox. And for Glory Hammer, fun story about this team. They are a 6-man roster because 2 of their players got screened out. So it is just Xenoite, Karui, Malvin, Sachfasha, Isla Franje, and Oshka, who is going to be in here for Glory Hammer. They will be missing 2 players due to the screening. And iFlame is here. Hello, iFlame.
Hello, hello. I am awake and happy to be here.
Let's go. Let's go. Good thing you made it in time.
Yeah, seriously. See, we've got second pick for makipro here. And first ban, that is not a choice you see often. Especially when there's only 2 bans.
I think it's only 1 ban this stage.
Yeah, 2 bans total, 1 ban for each team.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 1 ban per team, 2 bans total, yeah.
And the Nomad 4, I think, is a pretty good shout against, players like Paul and Akarinya.
Yeah, agreed. Nomad 4, this one's a little bit more on the mechanics heavy side, lots of kick slider aim. Quite an iconic one from RO32 2020, so you would be familiar with this if you did follow the scene back in that year. But yeah, Nomad 4, good ban for Glory Hammer. You've got plenty of incredibly strong tech and gimmick players. Wowie, Karumi, David, Akarinya, all of those guys are incredibly good on tech. And for makipro, they have quite a few options to ban, but it does seem that the Nomad 3 is going to be able to ban next. For me, a little bit surprising here, considering makipro on paper definitely have the better alt roster.
I'd have to agree, yeah, but it does feel like they honestly could have banned anything out. Could just be dependent on the pool. I'm a little bit surprised they didn't try to ban out one of those DT picks. That is kind of that one mod category that really got Glory Hammer into the qualifying spot that they did look pretty solid on, except for that speed DT2. But it is the Nomad 3. And now Glory Hammer do have the pick. Wouldn't be surprised if they do go for something like the DT1 or even the Hard Rock one at this point.
Yeah, Glory Hammer generally have a pretty solid aim exclusive and a DT roster as well. So DT1, Nomad 1, Hard Rock 1, those are 3 maps that we should be looking out for from Glory Hammer. They do have a pretty good outstanding aim roster. makipro also having some great aim teams, but definitely not as formidable as other teams we've seen in this tournament. But they definitely do still have a formidable foe. Particularly Akarinya and Crystal are going to be very dangerous on the Hard Rock 1, and just general aim mechanics to boot. But yeah, DT1, all the insert mod here ones except for free mod 1 are definitely going to be very valid options for Glory Hammer. But they are going to go with the free mod 2 first, the tapping heavy Hard Rock favored 211 BPM speedy map.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a speedier pick here. somewhat surprising, but I do think Gloryhammer probably has a lineup for it. It is only 211 BPM, so certainly far from unplayable in the speed department.
Yeah, definitely. Very early stage. This is quite low BPM. It's more on the stamina heavy side. This map can take a toll on you. It's not necessarily in the raw speed as it's quite low BPM, but it does have a lot of bursts, a lot of constant patterns coming at you. And it's also on top of that, very hard rock favored. CS3 AR9, 211 BPM. So yeah, you could be very comfortable with this on hard rock. It will be CS 3.9 with hard rock and AR10. But that big circle size is going to be pretty comfortable if you're familiar with hard rock. So yeah, Gloryhammer seem to know what they're doing. They do like these comfortable mechanics, comfortable tapping. So a good first pick here for Gloryhammer to come through. And let's give a little bit of iteration on the free mod rules. I see, of course, you can see on the referee sheet here. So each team needs to have at least one hidden and one hard rock player separately from each roster. They can overmod, they can pick into more, but there has to be a hard rock and there has to be a hidden.
And I think makipro has actually quite a few players who are going to prefer the hard rock. I could easily see them going for 3 hard rocks, even potentially Ocarina overmodding, but on the side of Gloryhammer, I'm wondering if we see anywhere from 1, 2, 3 hard rocks. I'd have to guess that Stenotez and maybe Krui on the hard rock, but outside of those two, I'm not sure if they'll have anyone who can take it. We'll find it in a second as we get into this first map.
Yeah, Xenowites and Kurui kind of being the core carry players for this roster. A lot of people would say that without these two guys, they wouldn't be able to make it as far as they have. They wouldn't have been able to qualify without Xenowites and Kurui, so these guys are definitely going to be the big players to look out for in this match. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that they're probably going to be in for this map. For the other two, my idea is that it's probably going to be Fasha and Oshka, maybe Malvin, but I doubt it considering he's more on the aim-heavy side of this team. So I'm going to guess, aside from Xenowites and Kurui, my prediction is that we're going to see Fasha and Oshka play here, assuming that they have all 6 of their players. And we're not going to see that, actually. We're going to see Malvin in instead of Kurui as predicted. And for makipro, we're seeing Ocarina, Yunha, Ruddy, and David.
Yep, and we are actually going to see 3 hard rocks on the side of Gloryhammer. It is just Oshka on the hidden. And Lol235 taking the hidden on the side of makipro, with Ocarina taking overmod as expected, and it's going to be Xenowites with the first miss here early on. And we haven't really gotten into the map yet. Now that we finally get into the speeder section, we start to see some more misses. But somebody needs to balance out that miss from Xenowites. It's going to be Inua, but there goes Oshka trading it right back.
So far, looking pretty even. We've only gotten 2 respective breaks here. It is a 3 versus 2 situation in the FC department, so makipro do take the lead into this first third of the map. However, so far so good. They do still have 2 full combos, and there is still quite a bit of time to hope for a crack here from makipro. Ocarina on that hidden hard rock probably being the most important combo in this team. Definitely going to be what wraps up the most later stage if we hold on to the FC. But Oshka breaks once again. That's going to be a tough situation for Gloria to come back from. Yunha's got a brilliant recovery. Same with Xenowites, but we're not seeing another break here from makipro. The score lead is slowly extending further and further into the second half. And it doesn't seem like there's much room for Gloryhammer to breathe unless we see a break. But so far, makipro look really stable.
Yeah, we haven't really seen any misses aside from that previous miss from Oshka. It's just been good, solid recovery combos all around, and that's gotten makipro up to a 400,000 lead, and there goes Oshka once again.
Oh, being the outlier here.
Yeah, and there goes Xenowites. And I think that's going to be it for Gloryhammer here. The lead is just too big, and there's not enough map to go. And it looks like they're going to be closing this out with potentially 3 FCs. They do have quite a bit of tricky map to go, so they might not all get them. But with such fascia falling apart, and there goes Malvin too. that is going to be a decisive victory for makipro at this point. How many FCs can we get is the question.
Akarinya, Rundy, and David continue to hold on to their formidable combos here. We're not seeing too insane accuracy, but for a map like this, that's not too surprising. This is going to be quite high OD, quite stamina heavy. It's constant bursts coming at you. And unfortunately, Gloryhammer just didn't look as comfortable as I think some of us might have expected. Oscar in particular, unfortunately, just not having his map. And makipro capitalizing that massively with a triple FC and 4 S ranks. Yunha only having a single slider break, but recovering fantastically to give himself 628k to cap off the beautiful team score from makipro.
Yeah, it's a very, very impressive team score out of makipro on 3.6 million. That is about as much as you can ask for.
Yeah, very, very clean. Very, very clean first start here for makipro. Akarinya particularly being that star performer in that map. Not only on the hidden hug, but also having rivaling very high accuracies with the rest of his team. And keeping that super high score that kind of completely skyrockets further ahead. Getting himself well over 1 million.
Yep,
But it's going to be next pick here for makipro.
Yeah, likely just going to be the Hard Rock 1 or 2. And I stand corrected, it's going to be the Free Mod 3, so they're going to opt into that anti-mod pick. I do think the anti-mod is a great pick for this team. I look at their other pick options. It seems like they would do very well on the HD2 and the HR2. And so they've just kind of combined them both. We've got the AR8 CS5 pick.
Yeah, I think once again we're going to be seeing a lot of hard rock overmodding. This being a reading map, it is grid snap, so it can be a little bit easy on the reading side. But if you are not comfortable with AR8 reading, you're not going to like this map. This is a very, very high skill ceiling hard rock precision though, mostly grid snap. And yeah, my guess, considering both of these teams are a lot more comfortable on the, maybe not makipro actually. Actually, I'm going to take back what I said there. Makipro actually have a much better hidden team for this than Gloryhammer. Gloryhammer probably going to be running a lot more hard rocks. We are probably going to see Oscar on the hidden reading for that hidden filling spot. He is kind of the standout reading player for this team. For makipro, we could be seeing Wowie. We could be seeing Shiox. We could be seeing Akarinya on that hidden hard rock with the overmod. He's always been very comfortable on that hidden hard rock, so it's safe to say he's probably going to be a valid option to play in for this 3 mod 3. But yeah, makipro, safe to say, they've got lots of choices here, lots of good options. We could even see David here on the hidden.
Yeah, I'd have to imagine it is just going to be Akarinya in for the hidden hard rock again. Wouldn't be surprised to see Wowie, just the nature of the matchup, but I don't think Wowie would typically be in for this kind of a map on the side of makipro. And it looks like they are going to have Crystal and Shiox in for that team.
Yeah, and for Gloryhammer, we're going to be seeing Malvin, Oscar, Xenowides, and Fasha. 3 hard rocks and Oscar Force on the hidden. So, as predicted, we're going to be seeing a lot of hard rock from this team. And for makipro, we see Crystal and Akarinya on the hard rock, with David and Shiox on the hidden. This doesn't surprise me much at all. No worry, but honestly, these guys are very much more than capable. I'm probably more comfortable considering the style of this mapping. Wowie's kind of, despite being very formidable in reading and tech, is very well known for being really formidable on the gimmicky side. So we're probably going to see him in the later stages on these no mod 6s, on these no mod DT4s, things like that.
Yeah, this is the roster spot he's there to fill. Definitely going to see him more in the later stages, but we see 3 misses back to back from the side of Gloryhammer, and not a miss to be found on the side of makipro so far. This has been a particularly long map either. We're already a third of the way through, and Gloryhammer unfortunately already finally behind. Finally, we see David and Shiox both find misses, but those are traded back. There goes Akarinya now, so it's going to be Fasha versus Crystal. And all of a sudden, Glory has a window back into this, but now Fasha finds the miss as well. And with Crystal holding, that window is quickly closing. Third of the map to go still. There is some recovering combo on Xenowides. But
frightening chain miss there from Oscar and Fasha. They can't seem to get their foot in the ground.
There's is a lot of score to be made up here, and I think they're probably going to be out of time on this one. Crystal looking to close this one out with a Hard Rock full combo, and the map is tricky though. Honestly, good recovery from Xenoites, but not enough when you don't have the support.
Yeah, it's unfortunate there. That big chain miss and that clear sign of discomfort there from Oscar and Fasher is going to be the big letdown here. No players from Gloryhammer are seeming to struggle. They're struggling to get over for 95. Only Malvin getting it just barely, but makipro looking very, very comfortable, getting a solid three-way. No, sorry, not a three-way. One FC, however, one S rank, two A ranks, but very, very solid scores overall. No scores lower than 500k. So it's a beautiful, beautiful team score here from makipro, giving themselves a 2-0 lead. This is looking really dominant so far, Flame.
And I think this is why it is so tough, only having 6 players in an 8-player match, because I think these are just the 4 players for Gloryhammer that are here today. I think undoubtedly if Krui were here, would have played at least one map
Yeah,
in this
definitely.
match, especially with Oshka struggling quite a bit on that last free mod 3 pick there. But Gloryhammer does have the pick, so they're going to be able to pick around that knowledge, try and pick something a little bit more in their favor. Maybe they opt for something like the DT, possibly. Could see something like the DT2 from them.
I think DT is their only valid option right now, and they are going to go into the DT1 here. Sora, Fuente no Kamisama. I tried very hard to pronounce that. I'm sorry if I failed you, my Japanese friends. But yeah, DC1 picked here for Gloryhammer. Very, very standard, very, very expected. This is one of their strongest skill sets in this pool. They've got pretty standout DT players, Oshka, Fasha, and of course you've got Xenoites and Malvin. However, it's a shame to not see Karui and Flandre in, because Karui could definitely bring in a lot more potential from this team in the last 2 maps that have been played. But this DT1, I'd say it's got potential to potentially cause a flip. We are in very early stages of the tournament, the easiest map pool, so there's always a chance for a potential flip. But so far, makipro have looked really, really dominant, and this DT1 could be no exception. We could still see a very, very frightening proposition here from makipro. We're probably going to see Akarinya, we're probably going to see Rundy. We could also see maybe Yunha, because Yunha normally is the DT filler for this team. So we could see that as well. 4th player, I can't say I know for sure. Who do you think would be their 4th player? Because I think it's safe to say that we are going to see Yunha, we are going to see Akarinya, we are going to see Rundy. I think my only guess here would probably be David.
Yeah, Crystal. I could see Crystal in as well for this one. I think, even though Crystal not necessarily known for the DT1s at this star rating, it's certainly very, very playable for Crystal, who is capable of playing just about anything at this lower SR. So that's going to be my guess for that 4th slot. And I guess we have, it seems like we have David in as well, over Rundy.
Karumi as well, I think. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
So we're going to see
And
Akarinya and Yunha. So we are seeing 2 players here from makipro that we definitely expected, Akarinya and Yunha, but we are going to see Crystal and Karumi in here. A little unexpected, because normally you would expect Rundy to be on here. He's very, very strong on the DT and played a big part for Germany in that double time role in 3WC. But again, these guys are more than capable. This is early stages, so they're very, very comfortable. There's no major extreme specialist requirements in this pool. And for makipro, they're going to be bringing out Isla Frangé, and Karui is in. So they do have their full roster, iFlame. Xenoites and Fasha are joining them as well.
And this is great to see.
Yeah. Honestly, well, this is their best shot. This is their best shot in Money the Point, I think.
I would think so too, and they're looking good so far into the first chorus. This is one of those maps where every chorus does get slightly harder than the last, but it's going to be Xenoites with the first big miss, followed up by Flander and Fasha. Everything very quickly. Okay, there goes Karui as well. Gee, but we've just gone from 100 to 0 in the span of about 5 seconds.
In the blink of an eye, blink and you'll miss it, ladies and gentlemen. But a complete collapse here, the first TI from Gloryhammer. We are already getting close to that halfway mark. and makipro seemed completely unfazed. Only one break from Crystal, which was extremely early, so practically void. He is going to definitely make that recovery combo worth it. Another break from both Flandre and Karui. This is just not a good spot here for Glory Hammer. Xenoites and Vasha have tried with the recovery, but so far, like, it's just unstoppable here from makipro. I think he's going to drop, but it doesn't really matter. Flandre is going to trade it, so there really is nothing here that Glory Hammer can do. makipro looking so dominant at the moment. They're going to really have to hope for a full collapse. And knowing this team, Yunha may break on the slider, but I don't think Kurumi and Crystal are going to give him that easily. The break is shown. All the teams know what's going on. makipro definitely feeling good in their boots right now.
Yeah, Akramian misses, but you're gonna need at least, you know, 3 more of those misses from Crystal and David, and they're just too strong on these DT1 picks. I do not see it happening. It is such an impressive DT score from makipro, yet again looking to get close to 3.5 million. They've just looked so strong throughout the match, and honestly, looking like it's going to be something like 2.4 million is not by any means, or 2.2 million is not by any means a bad score for Glory Hammer. There's just only so much you can do against the 3.6 million.
Yeah, nothing you can do here. 1.1 million for Mr. 234. And Crystal just barely slipping away, only struggling a little bit in the act, getting just under 1 million, but far more impactful. Unfortunately, Glory Hammer couldn't get that voting. The top score was from Fasha with 600k, 660k even. But yeah, I mean, makipro looking so dominant now. I really don't see an option here for a potential comeback from Glory Hammer. I mean, DT1 seemed to be their best map, but that early collapse and struggling to just maintain any high-level combo is definitely going to be their downfall here. makipro now have a chance to secure that match point, and they're going to instantly go for the hidden one. No surprises here, to be honest.
No, I think really they could pick any of the hidden picks, any of the hard rock picks, just look super good for makipro at the moment. They are not shy about it either. And I think they are going to be putting a similar lineup in for this one, for the most part. Possibly going to be seeing David coming back in for this one.
This hidden one is very much consistently heavy awkward aim and lots of anti-aim as well. Some very frightening slider patterns. So this one is very aim heavy. Very much hidden comfort is very much required if you want to be able to feel good hitting those very awkward jumps. Yeah, this one's a bit of an awkward one. So you're definitely going to need your very strong aim heavy players. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see Ocarina fill in here, but granted, he is a lot more known to be comfortable on the hard rock and DT, so there is a chance that he's going to be sitting down for this one. We could potentially see other players. Probably, my guess is that we're going to see Crystal and Karumi. I'm not entirely sure about the last two, though, iFlame.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be Ocarina and Yunha in for the last two. I do think Ocarina is probably just going to be in for just about everything, unless he's particularly uncomfortable on the map. But I feel like if I had to guess, we're probably going to be seeing Malvin back in for this one on the side of Glory Hammer. For this awkward aim pick, probably going to be seeing Flander setting this one out, but we should be finding out very shortly.
Yeah, my guess. Okay, so Xenoites is confirmed to be here. Karui as well. My guess is that it is going to be Malvin and Oshka here. We could also see Fasha. I think it's one of those two, and it is going to be Malvin here. So the fourth player for Glory Hammer is still unconfirmed, but my guess is that it's going to be either Oshka or Fasha. Yeah, backs against the wall here for Glory Hammer. They've got to hope they pull something magical, otherwise this is going to be a done deal. makipro have looked so incredibly dominant, so comfortable on this low SR. Yes, we've seen a few breaks, slip-ups here and there, but nothing to be worried about.
No, they've been very consistent through the first 3 maps, putting up multiple 3 million plus team scores, and without a doubt, they are going to be looking to do it again. And Karumi finds a miss on the first, I think, note of the map, was not ready.
I think it was
Fascia?
actually Bancho, because it
Oh.
also happened to Xenoites as well. But we are going to see some actual non-Bancho breaks here from both Fascia and Karui. Karuni is going to trade one of them, but Xenoites joins him. So now it's just 1 FC versus 3, and we're not even a quarter of the way through the map. Another slip up from Kui building up to this next KI, and you can already see these very awkward, scary jumps here. And it's very much anti-aim. It's not something that you should be very comfortable on unless you are familiar with that hidden awkward aim style. We're seeing multiple breaks here already. A break from David and a break from Makarinya. Gonna leave makipro with 2 FCs for now from Crystal and Karumi, but Karumi's gonna drop. It's just Crystal now, but no FCs here for Gloryhammer. And Malvin, being the biggest combo left, does go down. So it is practically a complete reset here from Gloryhammer. And unfortunately for Gloryhammer, they just can't get their foot on the ground. Crystal being the only major combo here with 99.82 accuracy as well. Looking very comfortable on this.
The accuracy is a problem for Gloryhammer right now. Their highest is 96, which is, you know, comparable to the lowest, looking at Akarinya on the side of makipro, so certainly not helping their case, and they just haven't been able to build up any big combo whatsoever so far, and with Crystal still holding everybody else back on this supporting combo, Kurumi does find the miss now, but it's not really going to matter at this point. That score gap is nearly double now. And again, there just continues to be absolutely no combo anywhere on the side of Gloryhammer. You know, Fascia's got 200 combo, but it's not doing a whole lot at the moment.
No, definitely not. Karumi's got a little bit of a small recovery, another break from David, but Akarinya's got that beautiful supporting combo that outshines everyone here on Gloryhammer. Crystal, completely uncontested, just soaring their score ahead. And towards the end stages of this map, iFlame, I think makipro are definitely taking it. Match point, makipro.
I think Gloryhammer have one last chance to take their point here, because I doubt makipro are going to let it get through another pick of theirs. Have to imagine they are going to be looking at one of those other 2 DT picks.
Yeah, I'd say if we were purely looking at the strengths here from Gloryhammer, the only valid options you've got here are either the other 2 DTs or Hard Rock 1, but you do not want to pick Hard Rock 1 into this
Not a
makipro team.
chance.
That is the worst decision you could make, even if your team is very good on the Hard Rock. You
Yeah.
do not want to have Akarinya and Crystal against you on Hard Rock 1. That's far and away the scariest thing. And Gloryhammer made the right choice. They are going to be going for the DT3, 280 BPM speed, around 32.
Yes, I don't think we're going to be seeing it in this match, but for reference, makipro was the #1 team on Hard Rock 1 in the qualifiers, so DT3 a very good choice indeed. And this one is going to be, of course, the speed DT pick, and it is going to be one of the faster DT maps we've had so far at 263 BPM. This one has very, very dense bursts, so there's not a lot of aim requirement here. It really is just that more stamina, speed, focus requirement.
Yeah, I think I might have misread it a little bit. It is actually 263 BPM. I thought it was 280 for some reason. But yes, very, very fast. Still, regardless, for this round of 32, this is a very high BPM, not something you'd expect. Normally, you would expect the 240, maybe 235 if you were feeling generous in these early stages. But the map pools for this tournament are not messing around, and they've gone for a very fast DT3. But this one is very much burst heavy. I think it's safe to say that if you want to be good on this, you have to be comfortable with standard high BPM speed, especially burst. This is very burst heavy, very deadly for non-speed players. If you are not comfortable on this, you are going to get rocked. And yeah, but it is mostly short bursts with a few bits of scary thing and control. But across the board, if you're a speed player, you're going to be comfortable on this. You're going to feel good.
Yeah, I expect we're going to see the same rosters for both teams as we did on the Free Mod 2 earlier. And my worry for Gloryhammer is we did see them, you know, get a few solid scores on the Free Mod 2, but I think it was one player who had 200k on the map, so hoping they can find that 4th player who's comfortable enough to play this DT3, but with how fast it is, I think that it could be a challenge for them. But as we get into the map, we will find out.
Good luck, have funds are being exchanged here. We're going to be seeing the full rosters very, very soon. But one more map and makipro advance. So far, they've had an incredibly dominant showing. And we are going to be seeing the potentially final map of this matchup. And Korean fried chicken in the background. One of the most epic chicken meals you can have. I love Korean fried chicken. They're very cool. Anyway, moving on to the match. Let's see their matchups here. The players put up here for both these teams. Akarinya, Yunhao, Rundy, and David for makipro. Definitely a formidable squad here. And for Gloryhammer, we see Xenoite, Flandre, Oscar, and Fasha. No surprises here. I think this is a pretty expected lineup here for Gloryhammer. We already, unfortunately, are seeing some early misses from both Fasha and Flander. They're not able to get a combo on the board, and another break from what seems to be a very comfortable section. Just unfortunately not looking good. Another break from Oscar. It's just Xenoite holding a substantial combo, and we do see 2 breaks from makipro, but it's a 2 versus 1 in the FCAs, and this map is relatively short, only about 2 minutes long. So Gloryhammer don't have a lot of time to fight back. They really have to hope that they see more than 2 or 3 breaks here in order to see a reset. Despite, though, having a recovery, Flandre unfortunately is going to break. Going past this first Ki, Oscar as well. It's just Akarinya and David holding on here for makipro, with Rundy and Yunho with a brilliant recovery.
Oh, there goes Xenoite too. That was the last big combo on the side of Gloryhammer, and yes, there's Fasha now, but there goes Fasha too, and everything's falling apart for the side of Gloryhammer. I spoke too soon. The accuracy is in the gutter too. Only one player above 90% accuracy, and I think it's safe to say this pick has not worked out for them so far. There is the miss from David, but Rundy and Yunha both on solid recovery combos means they're going to hold on to their lead without too much trouble here, and I think this is going to be the match. makipro are going to be completing the sweep here.
There's still a little bit of time left, but there's no time to come back. You know, we're just seeing the map run through at this rate. Practically double this. 1,750,000 to Gloryhammer's 900k. It's going to be nothing. It really cannot be comebackable at this rate.
As far as I'm concerned, makipro can sit back and eat some Korean fried chicken for the rest of the map because they're set.
Agreed. Yeah, Korean fried chicken slaps, you know. I need to go get some next time I go to work. Just quickly pop some.
That sounds so great.
Get a big Korean chicken rice bowl. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it. makipro are going to be winners of this match. 5-0 sweep. Solid play here from makipro. And Gloryhammer, they're down but not out. They're going to be in the losers bracket, fighting through. Potentially, maybe get a small little run. They can pull something in losers bracket, but until then, we'll have to wait and see. It's only a matter of time until we get to witness that possibility. makipro are your winners, and they'll be advancing into the round of 16 winner side. And just generally so dominant.
Congratulations to them. Some incredible scores all around, especially that 3.9 million team score on that earlier map. But our next match is going to be in about 30 minutes from now at 15 UTC, and that should be a good one. It is going to be Baskel versus Waga Nawa Megumin. So stay tuned for that. We will be back shortly. But with that, thank you so much, Shiba, for commentating with me today. Thank you, Cheese, for the stream, and thank you all for watching. Take care.
Take care, dudes. Bye-bye.